What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of sweet and excellent duels for you guys to check out. Our first duel is going to be a little bit of low-tier dueling because we got Time Thieves up at the top. The archetype that Konami just seemingly forgot about. They were like, yo, let's make a new TCG exclusive archetype. Let's give it like 5-6 cards and then never give it any more cards again. I really hope that this archetype does get more support in the future. It's going to be facing off against crawlers, which were from what, Circuit Break, if I'm not mistaken, one of the many World Legacy archetypes. It seems like we have a billion of those, and I guess this duel is going to be just like that movie Crawl, except not shitty. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll it. I think crawlers up first, and if I'm not mistaken, this is crazy, right? So I don't think I've really seen this in a long time. He's just gonna hard activate Scapegoat for some reason. Why set Scapegoat when you can just activate it? That's pretty OP, right? Anyways, Twin Twister is gonna get rid of both cards. For a second, I thought his opponent was going to troll and he was going to do the same thing. And I was like, what the fuck are these players actually? They're actually both trolling. But no, he is going to do something sensible. He's going to activate the Time Thief Regulator, get a couple of Time Thieves. He gets his Surge. And now he's going to activate or simply go for Redoer, get a couple of attacks. And I don't know about this. So he used his copy of Beazle Ship. And I don't know if he should have done that because adding another material on Redoer, I don't really know what that does. I kind of feel like just having the monster on board to constantly get rid of, you know, these tokens, put pressure on your opponent might have been better. You know your opponent's playing crawlers because look at the two back row that you hit. You know you're playing crawlers because they're playing two crawler traps that you twin twisted away. Anyways, Redoer is going to get himself, I believe that was a monster as material, so he has 3 monsters right now. I think he's going to set the copy of World Legacy Pawns, and he's not going to really do that much because it is crawlers. It's a slower deck. Now, the flyback did give him a trap material. That's also, that can be pretty important. And he's going to activate Puppet. Luckily, you know, Time Thief Redoer is a quick effect, so it can activate the effects. It can get rid of the pawns. Did I say Puppet there? Yeah, it can get rid of the pawns, and now he can at least know that he doesn't have to deal with that during that turn, although his opponent's just going to get it back. Now, we see a pretty big play here, pretty big chain. His opponent is going to summon that World Armor to the field, but Time Thief Redoer says, nah, bitch, I'm just gonna spin you back to the deck, and now he actually did get rid of that. The problem is, this Puppet, or the Pawns, is a really strong card, and it's one of the cards you don't want to let crawlers get off, especially if they have this. If they have Deus Ex Crawler, this is a card that I feel like is the win condition for crawlers. It basically just stops your opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A la Azathoth. Well, I mean, they can still technically activate monster effects, they just won't be able to resolve them. Actually, I think it's better, a better comparison is like Harpy's Featherstorm, except it's continuous. It's permanent, basically. He's going to go for the Scapegoat, because I guess his opponent did it, but the problem is, the second he flips this over, I feel like this duel is just over. He is going to flip it over. He's going to try to use Flyback, and there's going to be a massive chain here, where the Mind Meld is going to be used. That's going to be hit with Ash Blossom, but the second that this card gets flipped up, this game is over. Unless he has some way of getting rid of this, most people do not play cards in their extra deck that are bigger than 3300 attack. I mean, sure, we play things like Boral Sword Dragon that can become bigger than 3300, but those cards usually require effects. Boral Load, Boral Sword, that, you know, Boral Load can take monsters, and he's just going to constantly activate effects. None of them are even doing anything. This is basically like having Mystic Mine in a monster form, except you can keep using all the effects you want. At this point, we know that it's just a matter of time before he flips over the Crawler Spine, gets rid of the Boral Sword Dragon. Even though he did get protection there from the Cyber Sync run, he can probably get to another one during his next turn. So yeah, the Boral Sword Dragon is not going to be able to kill this card, which is stopping him from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And sure enough, in his very next turn, gets another copy of Crawler Spine, flips it over, goodbye Boral Sword Dragon, and now this duel is basically done. So he might not win during this turn, but we both know that the game is essentially over. He's going to make a really nice play here in main phase 2, goes for the Nightmare Griffin just to make sure that he has this game pretty much on lock. Now his opponent will see his top deck, realize there is no way he's going to come back, I guess, unless he top decks Spear Mode. Yeah, if he would have gotten, I guess, raw Spear Mode, maybe he would have been able to out this board and I guess hypothetically even get a monster during his opponent's end phase, but with 200 life points, even if he did have spear mode, I guess his opponent could even still top a monster, although he had Quaking Mirror Force. Regardless, it's all hypothetical and it doesn't matter because Called by the Grave ain't gonna get the job done. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this duel. I know I said 2 duels, but I actually decided to do just 1 duel instead. If you guys did enjoy the duel, give a video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.